It also seems to be an underlying assumption of sort of creative collaboration within this team in terms of idea sharing and as you said, with mentees and mentors, keeping relevant and keeping sort of one step ahead in terms of what tools and techniques and vulnerabilities are sort of at the cutting edge right now.
Most definitely. There's a really strong community learning component to just hackers in general, but particularly to the bug bounty community and different subsets of it. So you've got folks that purely focus on cars. You got folks that focus on medical devices, on mainframes, on cloud, on mobile, on whatever else.
Yep.
And they're sharing what they learn as they go along. Usually, like it's technique based, and here's a new set of things that are coming out that we actually think are relevant to everyone. That collaboration piece is critical, because I think it's how the hacker community grows, how it self educates and learns over time. Because there's that curiosity combined with this sort of desire to teach that a lot of hackers have. If you can grab a hold of that and harness it, it's very powerful.
Do you, when you sort of hire a team like that, do you think in terms of matching like disparate specialties together like that? You say someone's healthcare, someone else's Windows 11, someone else's connected cars and things like that. Do you sort of like try to pick from all the different buckets?
Yeah, depending on what the objective. So when we do it, because this is stuff that we've actually built into the platform, we've got a team supervising, from a data standpoint, and then working out exactly what it is the customer needs for a particular thing. So the answer is to some degree it depends, but if you're talking about, I do think one of the biggest trends that COVID has kind of kicked over is this concept of technology convergence. So where it used to be like I'm a web app person, or I'm an API person, or I'm a radio person, or binary, or whatever else. At this point in time, so many different technology kind of groups are converged into a single product that you actually need folk from everywhere. And we see this, when we do bug bashes with automotive manufacturers, it's a really good example of when you see this happen, because you'll have, the person who grew up building cars and gets computers, like doing the car bit, and then you've got someone who is really strong on mobile applications, because lo and behold, there's unlock or telemetry for that vehicle. Then you get someone who does infrastructure and backend, or AWS or whatever else, and they kind of, it's like the Voltron robot, like they kind of all assemble
like Voltron.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Now, and that's worth sort of putting a thick underline on, because when we do sort of live webinars and stuff, we'll get questions like, what should I specialize in? Should I study everything, all the vulnerabilities in Windows 10, or is that going to be useless later? And I feels like any kind of specialization, if you're obsessed with it, like, go do it. Like you're gonna be able to find an application for it.
It's where you can be most effective. Like that's always been the advice I've given to people that are entering the field and want to get into offense. Even just security in general. It's like go like dip your like finger into as many different aspects of security as you possibly can, and just watch your own reaction. Like figure out what the things are that like start to draw the interest out of you. That you can create the most inertia around. Like once you've found those things, then double down, because they're always going to be relevant. If I'm talking to folk now about what language should I code in and different things like that, I do think there's some stuff that's counterintuitive in that it's handy, like .NET, Java, COBOL. If you're new into security research or coding, you're going to probably run towards like Go or Rust or some of the kind of newer languages. But the reality is that old stuff's going to outlive Earth probably. Wasn't it starting to age out? So that creates an opportunity for newcomers to fill those gaps, as an example.
Yeah, wasn't there a rush of people that they needed who could do what, like COBOL or Fortran or something, because of healthcare databases, military databases?
A whole lot of people got caught off guard in 2020 with the digital transformation, because they had to move stuff around quickly. And wait a sec, like all of the COBOL people have retired. Like, what are we going to do?
I actually knew someone who was they attempted to call her back into service from retirement. So I guess that was probably not uncommon, huh? I'm excited to announce that our Infosec skills platform will be releasing a new challenge every month with 3 hands-on labs to put your cyber skills to the test. Each month, you'll build new skills ranging from secure coding to penetration testing to advanced persistent threats and everything in between. Plus, we're giving away more than $1,000 worth of prizes each month. Go to infosecinstitute.com/challenge and start your challenge right now.